Hello to all. So welcome back to another lesson. Okay, so here we are going to do today a new lesson, and that's a very easy lesson for you. That is the last lesson for our chapter as well. So that's going to be chapter 8, lesson 10. But before we start the new lesson, so first let's check our homework. Many of you had already posted your homework on Edmodo, and that's well done, girls, because at least I know that you all are doing the homework and following math on a daily basis. So this is now page 475. This was your homework. So let's follow quickly what the homework is saying, and then let's see how many of you have got the answers right. Okay, so question number 2 here, what they're asking us, first they're saying write an inequality for the word sentence. So you have to write an inequality and then tell what type of numbers the variable in the inequality can represent. So you also need to tell what kind of number, whether it is a positive number or a negative number or a whole number. Whole number means it's positive and negative. Both the numbers together is called the whole numbers. Okay, so let's start with question number 2. The scores S in a basketball game is greater than or equal to 10 points. So the key word here is greater than or equal to, right? So we know when we are talking about greater than or equal to, we use this symbol here. Okay, so what is the variable given for us? It's S, right? So S, and what's the number given? 10. So we have the variable and the number. So S is greater than or equal to 10. So this is going to be our inequality. But you also have to say what is S here. So when you're playing a basketball game, I have really no practice of playing basketball games, but if any of you are playing, maybe you know that the scores do go in positive as well as negative. So that's why they said S can be more than 10, which means it's a game, so your points can go in negative too. So that's why they said S is any whole number, because the scores in a basketball cannot be in points. Okay, so that's why they said it is going to be a whole number. Means it has to be a number greater than 10. It has to be 11, 12, 13, 20 or so on. It cannot be a number like 3.5, 10.5 or 11.25. Basketballs don't have such scores. Okay, so I hope you all have got this right. Okay, question number 3 is the mass m, so this is the variable for us, right, is less than is the keyword again, so it is less than 5 kilograms. Now here they are talking about weight, right, 5 kilograms, which means the variable here is m. We use the symbol less than. Okay, so you need to understand that when they say less than means at once you need to know that you have to use this variable, and the number given for us is 5. Now this is our inequality. Now if this is our inequality, what is m going to be? Now again girls, the question is talking about mass, which means the weight. Can you say, if anyone asks you what is your weight, can you say I'm negative 36 kilograms, negative 36? No, you cannot. So mass cannot be negative. So it has to be any positive number. Mass has to be any positive number. So that's why they said where m is any positive number. Okay, number 4. We have the height h is greater than 2.5 meters. Now again, you think, can the height be negative or positive? Can we say the tree is minus 3 centimeters tall or minus 3 meters tall? We cannot say any height in negatives, right? So it has to be a positive number. How are we going to write the inequality here? We have the letter h, so that's going to be our variable. The keyword is greater than, which means at once you need to realize what kind of symbol you'll be using. It is only greater than 2.5. So here we have h is greater than 2.5. So this is going to be an inequality where h is any positive number. So h cannot be negative, it must be a positive number. Okay, here the temperature T, again T is less than or equal to negative 3 degrees. So using this part, you are going to write your inequality. So T is going to be first. Less than or equal, we will be using this symbol here. Okay, so this is the symbol which is going to be there. -3. Now here they're talking about temperature. So of course, you know, temperature also can be in negative, right? It can be negative as well as positive. Now, if you look at this inequality here, they say where t is any negative number. Why did they say t is any negative number? In the inequality, what they have asked you to do is they want a number which is less than -3. So which numbers are less than -3? -4, -5, -6, right? So that's why you have to write t is any negative number. Now don't worry, I will not be asking you all these things, but yes, this part is very, very, very important where you have to write the inequality. This is not important for us at all what the letters mean, okay? So we don't mind whether it is whether you write it as a whole number or positive or negative, but what is important in this part are these inequalities. Okay, those. So moving on to question number 6. Here you have to write the word sentence for the inequality. So this is one way which is given. I had also showed you yesterday another way to write using the word no. So here most of you will follow on this k is less than -7. So that's what they also did. K is less than -7. What is another way of writing it? You can also say k is no more than -7, because if you're using the word no means you will use the word opposite of less. So opposite of less is more. So you can say k is no more than -7. Okay, question number 6 again. Z is greater or equal to 2, 3 over 5. Because this is what is important. This symbol here is what is important when we write the word sentence. So z is greater than or equal to 2, 3 over 5. So what's another way of writing it, the proper English way of writing it? Z is no less than 2, 3 over 5. So z is no less than 2, 3 over 5. This is how you need to write. But I think the following the same pattern, like reading the same way and writing it that way, is more easier than using the other way. Okay, question number 8. Now again, your favorite problem solvings. Tabby's mom says that she must read for at least, here you go, there is this word at least. So what does this word at least mean? At least means she should at least have 30 minutes or more, right? It cannot be less than 30 minutes. As I told you yesterday, if you want to pass, you have to at least get 95 marks. So at least 95 means you have to get a 95 or more, okay? So must read at least 30 minutes each night. If M represents the number of minutes reading, what inequality can represent this situation? So this is going to be an inequality. M is greater, means M should be greater or equal to 30, because she should read 30 or more. So M can be 31, it can be 35, it can be 50, any number, but greater than or equal to 30. Okay, now this question, Phillips has a $25 gift card to his favorite restaurant. Okay, so there is a card for $25. He wants to use the gift card to buy lunch. Okay, this is the first time I'm hearing someone who's taking a gift card and going to buy lunch. Okay, if C represents the cost of his lunch, what inequality can describe all of the possible amounts of money in dollars that Philip can spend on lunch? So you have to write an inequality to show how much money did Philip have. He's having $25 gift card. So just think, if you have 10 reals and you want to buy some food, how are you going to buy that? Of course, you'll be buying something which is for 10 reals or less than 10, right? If your mom has given you 10 reals to buy something, how can you buy something for 15 reals? You can't. So same way, he is having $25. So he wants to buy food. Of course, he has to buy something which is less than 25 or for $25, right? So you have to write the inequality as C is less than or equal to 25, means C is the price of his lunch. So lunch can be for $24 or it can be for $25, because this symbol is used here. Okay, so it can be used there. So 25. So your inequality needs to be C is less than or equal to 25. I hope that question is clear for you, because it's a little bit confusing, but if you think well, yeah, you can get it. Okay, now moving on to the next page, we have here question number 1 and 2. Okay, at the end of the first round in a quiz show, Jeremy has at most minus 20 points. Write an equality that means at most. At most is the opposite of at least. Okay, at most is the opposite of at least. So when they say Jeremy has at most negative 20 means Jeremy has of course negative 20 points or less than negative 20. So he must have been not studying at all or didn't revise at all for the quiz show. Okay, so his marks, his score or points were X. You can write any letter you want instead of X. You can write M, you can write P, anything you want to. But we usually always use X because in math algebra, it's always used as X. An unknown number always is used as X. Okay, so up to you. You can use any number you want instead of X. So X is less than or equal to negative 20. When we say at least, it's greater or equal. So when they say at most, it should be less than or equal to negative 20, which means he has got more less than negative 20 or negative 20. Okay, now moving to question number 2, last question for the homework. Describe the meaning of y is greater than 7.9 in words. What does this mean? This means that y can be any number greater than 7.9. So you have to write it in your own words. This is one possibility they have given. I cannot say that you must only write this way. No, I won't say that. It's up to you because you girls can explain everything well. So up to you how you are writing. You can say y is at least 7.9, or you can say y can be 7.9 or more, or you can say y is 7.9 or greater. Up to you. Whichever words you use, it should give the same idea. Okay, girls. So that was the end of the homework. Now I want you to move to question number 10. That is, sorry, lesson number 10. I have here. Okay, so here we'll be starting our new lesson. That is, we are going to be graphing inequalities. Now, how do you graph inequalities? Quickly, before I put another video for you, let me quickly show you how to graph a inequality. See this inequality here, x is greater than 2. Now, it's a very simple lesson. See the sign greater, right? Always remember, when you're graphing an inequality in a number line, you have to draw a circle here on top of the number which is there, right? Now, greater means you can see the way the arrow is pointed. Same way the arrow points that way. You just have to draw a arrow to that side. If it is lesser, it goes the opposite way. You will understand once you do this, listen to this video which I will play next for you, okay? So all you need to do is look at the symbol and draw. Now if this is x is greater than 2, right? So you go to the 2 on the number line, you draw a circle here. Okay, now why do you draw a circle also will be taught for you in the video, and you will move in the same direction as the symbol. So if the symbol is facing that side, you will draw a line arrow to that side. If the symbol is facing to the other side, that's less sign, you will draw the line to the other side. Okay, girls, so I hope that's clear for you. Now let me quickly remind you about the circle. If there is this symbol less than, okay, greater than or equal to, if that symbol is there, we will color the circle. If there is no line down, which means it's only greater, we will just draw a circle. So this is the same question which will be explained to you through the video. There is a new guest coming for you. You must have seen those, there's a dog in your book. Most of the time the dog comes for any problem. If you flip the pages, you will find there's a dog, okay? So he will explain you this problem. Let's see how you can understand this problem through the dog. Okay, so just a minute, let me play it. Okay, so this is going to be a lesson that the question will be explained for you through this.
How do you represent the solutions of an inequality on a number line? intense competition at this bowling alley. Today will be the second day of a long bowling tournament. The bowlers' final scores are the sum of all the points they earn in all of the games in the tournament. My neighbor is one of the best bowlers in the league. Take a look at how many points she's earned so far. Wow, she's already earned 550 points. She's unstoppable. I wonder how many points she'll have by the end of the tournament. Let's graph the solutions of an inequality. Let's unlock this problem. Show the solutions of t is greater than 15 on a number line. Let's begin by drawing a number line. Now identify the solutions of the inequality. What are the solutions? Forest fires are most likely to occur when the air temperature is greater than 15 degrees Celsius. The inequality T is greater than 15 represents the temperatures T in degrees Celsius for which forest fires are most likely. Graph the solutions of the inequality on a number line. The solutions of the inequality are all numbers that are greater than 15. Is 15 a solution of the inequality? 15 is not a solution of the inequality because 15 is not greater than itself. To graph the inequality, show a circle at 15 to indicate whether or not it is a solution. The circle at 15 is empty because 15 is not a solution. If 15 were a solution, then the circle would be filled in. Finally, shade all the numbers that are greater than 15. In which direction of 15 should you be shading? Shade to the right of 15 to show that values greater than 15 are solutions. Let's write an inequality represented by a graph. First, choose a variable.
Okay, now I hope you girls understood the first part of that. What they are saying for you is, wait, I'll open this lesson. This is your book lesson. Okay, so this is the same example they showed you there. Show the solution of t is greater than 60 on a number line. So how are you going to show this t is greater than 60 on a number line? See here, I told you as when I started, look at the symbol here. It's pointing to the right, right? So that means the arrow you're going to draw should be pointing to the same side as the symbol. So we start at 60 because that's what they have given us, 60. Now will we color the circle? No, because there is no equal symbol with the greater sign. It's only greater, which means t can be 61, 62, any number greater than 60 but not 60. So from 60, you are going to be drawn on 60, you will draw a circle. You will not color it because it's not equal to, and draw an arrow to the same side, that's to the right as shown in the symbol, until the end of the number line. So this is how you do it. See, draw an empty circle at 60 because that's what they have given us. 60 is the number. So you will draw an empty circle at 60 to show that 60 is not a solution because it's not colored, means it's not a solution. Shade to the right of 60. So you will shade to the right of 60 to show that the values greater than 60 are solutions. Okay, girls. So let's quickly try this part here. Try this part when you're doing. Do be careful because So you will have to okay, now draw an empty, we have to graph this solution. Y is less than 5. Okay, so how are we going to, first let's concentrate on this line. In your book it's empty, right? I hope it's empty for you. I'm not able to open this thing. Let me check. Okay, this is for lesson 9, lesson 10. Anyhow, I'm not able to open your book. Fine. So let's see. When they have given you the inequality y is less than 5, which means we will start at 5. Now you tell me, should it be colored or not? Of course, we will not color the circle because it doesn't have the sign equal to. If it is written y is less than or equal to, then we will be coloring this circle. So less than 5, which means you can see this arrow here. Which side is it pointing to? It's pointing to the left. So you will also draw the arrow to the left. So here's how you have to do. We draw an empty circle at 5 to show that 5 is not a solution. Shade to the left of 5 to show that all the values are less than 5 are the solutions, which means y can be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, anything except 5 or anything more. Okay guys, so let's move on to the next example here. Okay, I'll try to explain, but before I explain, just see if you can. I think you will understand by this. So just watch this and then we will do it together.
For the inequality, let's use x as the variable. To determine what number to use in the inequality, find where the circle is located on the graph. The circle is located at 3 on the graph. Now you can determine if 3 is a solution to the inequality. What kind of circle is at 3? An empty circle is at 3, so 3 is not a solution. Next, where is the shading located? The shading is to the left of 3 on the graph, which shows that the values less than 3 are solutions. Since 3 is not a solution and the values less than 3 are solutions, what inequality is represented by the graph? The inequality represented by the graph is x is less than 3. Graph the inequality m is less than or equal to 25. Begin by drawing a number line. Choose the type of circle that should be used to graph the inequality and place it at the correct point on the number line. Correct. The filled-in circle should be placed at 25 because the endpoint, 25, is a solution. Now, determine if the graph should be shaded to the left or the right of 25. Drag the line pointing in the correct direction above the number line to show the shading.
So girls, which one should I be choosing? The left or the right? Should I take the right? Sure? No. So let's take the left and check whether our answer is correct or not.
Correct. The line should shade to the left of 25. The graph of the inequality m is less than or equal to 25 is shown with a filled-in circle at 25 and shading to the left of the circle. Now let's practice with the personal math.
Okay girls, so that was the end of the videos for you. Okay, so let's quickly go on and do question number 1. I'll also explain you how to do because this is how we have to be doing it. Just don't copy the answers. Make sure that you understand what I'm teaching you and then start doing it. Okay, so here, question number one. This I'm doing page 479. Question number one. Graph the inequality. We are going to be graphing this one. M is less than or less than 15. So which is the symbol which we need here? This is the important one we need here, right? Less than. So which means we will start drawing a circle on 15. So you have to start drawing a circle here on 15. Now you decide, should you shade it or not shade it? You will not shade it because here it is the sign equal to is not there, which means, can I say m is 15? 15 is less than 15? No, because 15 is not a solution, so I will not color the circle. And then which side is the symbol pointing to? It is pointing to the left, so which means you will draw the arrow to the left. Okay, easy, right? Let's go to question number 2. C is, what's the symbol? C is greater or equal to negative 1.5. Now, you know negative 1.5 is between negative 1 and negative 2, right? So between negative 1 and negative 2, we have we have to draw the circle. Now, do we fill it? Yes, because you can see the sign here. It has negative greater or equal to, right? So because it has the symbol greater or equal to, you have to color it. And which side is the symbol pointing? It is pointing to the right. So which means from negative 1.5, you will draw an arrow until the end of the line to show the inequality. Now, I hope you girls understood how to draw an inequality. Let me show you how do you write the inequality when the number line is given to you. You have to write the inequality. Okay, let's start by this. See here, don't look at the answer. Okay, okay, this is the question I'm doing now. So question number 8. Okay, so question number 8, see the inequality. It starts from 6, whereas the circle is not colored. So you will write any letter you want to. Usually, as I told you, it's written as x. So we start by writing the variable x, and then we see whether the circle is colored or not. It's not colored and it is going to the left. So you write the lesser sign, and then you will have to write the number from which the line starts, at the arrow starts. So it's 6. So x is less than 6. So number 9 is similar. Here we have the arrow is going to the right, which means you have to know it is greater, right? So it is going to be a greater number. Fine. So where is it? It is negative 6, negative 8. What's the number between negative 6 and negative 8? It has to be negative 7. So choose any variable you want to. See which side the arrow is pointing. It's pointing to greater and it's colored. So which means we also have to say it's equal to negative 7. This is how you write an inequality when the graph is given to you. It's easy, right? So this was your lesson for today. So try to finish these questions. As you know, you can, once you do, you can get the answers from the screen. Okay. All what you need to do is, let me explain you the problem solving. Next page. The table shows the height requirements for rides at an amusement park. So this is the table. Write an inequality representing T, the heights in inches of people who can go on twirl and whirl. So this is twirl and whirl. The minimum height means if you are 48 or more, only you can go. If it is less, you cannot go. So T is going to be the height. So your height should be 48 or more. So which means it should be greater or equal to 48. Okay. Now graph your inequality from exercise 12. They're asking you to graph this inequality in this line, in this graph here. So where do you start from? Of course, you start from 48. Now, do you start by drawing a circle on 48, and then do we color it? Yes, because there is the symbol greater or equal to. So we color it and we move it to the right because it says greater or lesser. That was just a tip I gave you. Look at the direction in which the sign is pointing and you will draw it to the same side. Now I'm giving you 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, 2 minutes is too much, 1 minute. Do question number 14 by yourself. Don't look at the answers. Okay, girls, I think you would have got the answers here. So write an inequality representing R. So we have to use the variable R here. The heights in inches of people who can go on racetrack. So racetrack is 42, which means you have to be 42 or more inches tall to go in that ride. So R should be greater or equal to 42. So how do you graph it here? And now there is no 42 here, but you know that 42 is between 36 and 48. So that's why you have to draw the circle in between 36 and 48, color it because it also has the symbol equal to, and go to the same side as the inequality is pointing you to the right. So until the end of the number. Now your homework is going to be the same page, same lesson, because this lesson I just kept for 1 day because it's not a difficult lesson at all. On on Sunday, we'll be starting chapter 10. So you will have to do your homework. I'm not showing you the homework um, uh, page because I have the answers here. So of course will be a homework, and you know which homework what is the homework to be done. Next page 1 and 2, and this page all the questions, related questions. So that's going to be page 481, question number 1 till 9, and the next page 1 and 2. Okay, girls. So um, do your homework and study well. And if you don't understand anything, you can ask me. I'm trying my best to clear the doubts of those who are asking me. So until we meet on Sunday's video, stay safe and take care of yourselves and keep studying.